Hey. Everyone, welcome back to our channel. My name is Ari, and I'm in Europe right now. I'm not actually, it's Tokyo. I'm back in Tokyo. I want to share with you guys an experience, so-called reverse culture shock. Okay, so why don't you sit back, listen to me while you have some coffee or frappuccino. Actually, let's hide the mark, but everyone わかるでしょこれ。なんだっけ？サクサクフラプチーノ。And yeah, listen to the story that I have to tell you. So let's get right into it. Okay, culture shock number one. I've been to Greece. I went to Greece, by the way. You didn't say that. I went to Greece after 4 years living in Japan, and I arrived at the airport. My family, my father picked me up and so on. As soon as I arrived, and I walked outside of the car to have like some breakfast because I arrived in the morning. The first thing I realized, perfume, dude, perfume, deodorant. It just smells in general, like people smell so different. They use so many perfumes and so strong, and in Japan you don't really smell that. Something that I completely forgot. So when I was in Greece, I felt so left out because I didn't use perfume anymore, that actually I bought perfume in Greece for Greece. I still use it, kiddo-san. But yeah, I bought it in Greece because of that reason. So that was kind of like culture shock number one. Culture shock 2 is smoking on the road. My god, I smoke. I don't smoke as much, maybe 1 cigarette a day, maybe once a week even. So I don't smoke as much anymore here in Japan, but I used to smoke every day. And I remember in Europe, I want to smoke right here. I pull out my tobacco, sit down, I smoke, and then I flick the cigarette. Even though we shouldn't do that, people do that. The mindset is different, especially in Greece. So when I saw how people smoke and just throw the cigarette butt on the floor and just flick it or something, I was like, no way. My father did that, and I was like, oh my god, that's terrible. Or just walking and smoking in general. Here in Tokyo, you don't really see people walking and smoking. Actually, not at all. Maybe at 1 a.m. in Kabukicho or something, right? In particular areas. But other than that, yeah, smoking was a big culture shock. So, culture shock number 3. Staff. Yeah, staff in cafe, like staff in general. It's really weird. Staff in Japan is amazing though. Don't get me wrong, but they don't really talk to you. Like they really talk only what they have to talk. The customer service is on the next level. In Japan, obviously, everyone knows that, but the conversational level is quite low. So you go to the restaurant, you say like, where to? They're like, okay, this table, sit down. What do you want to eat? Today's osusume is this one. Blah 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 blah. At the end, okaike, bye bye. Okay, that's all. The service is great. You literally get what you get, but that's all it is. But in Greece, like when the stuff comes, you actually have a conversation with them. They're like, hey, how was your day? Is there anything particular that you want to eat? Trust me, actually on the osusume menu we have like squid, but I personally love the octopus type thing. So they really go into detail. They offer you free drinks, they offer you free food. Like, hey, to start, like, do you want to try our soup? Actually, the soup is really good. It's on the house, like, just try it. So in Japan that doesn't really, or in Tokyo that doesn't really happen. I don't know if the countryside or something, but in the city Tokyo it doesn't really happen. In Greece it happens. So staff of restaurants really talk to you. Now staff of like stores and convenience stores, supermarkets, they don't care. They just sit, they're on their phones. That's a completely different thing. But restaurants, you can have conversations with people. Culture shock number 4. 2 languages. 4 は toilet, guys. toilet. The toilets in Japan are next level. If you're European, if you're from America, if you're from any other country except from Japan, dude, the toilets are terrible. The toilets are terrible. Like, Going back to Europe, having a public toilet experience, I was like, I can't do it here. In Japan, the first time I came, I had a culture shock where I opened the door and the toilet opens up and blue color and everything. It was like, wow, welcome to Japan. Even the toilets. And then I arrive in Greece, I open the toilet after 4 years, and I'm like, like it smelled bad. I couldn't really use it and things. So public toilets are really bad. You know, you can see other people's feet. The toilet seat is cold. Just the whole experience, man. It's really bad. So culture shock number 5. 5 is the same in every now and then. So number 5, guys, very obvious. Traffic. The traffic laws. The traffic laws are just non-existent. They exist, don't get me wrong, they exist, but people don't behave like they exist. Honking, swearing, oh my god. My father rolling down his window is like, yeah, you maybe beep that out, man. You oh my god, like move your ass and stuff like that. So really bad. Okay. In Japan, it's like that's all. That's the communication you have. In Greece, it's like I walk over the street. It's like boom, boom, boom. You you know, and stuff like that. It's crazy. So traffic, man. I don't want to drive in Greece. Japan, it's peaceful, paradise for driving, I think. So yeah, that's all. So guys, wait, let me. Those are my top 5 reverse culture shocks that I experienced from my own country. Okay, I'm back in Tokyo now, and I feel so comfortable having my sakura drink. Okay, and I just wanted to make that video for you guys to understand that not only if you go to a country that you don't know, you can get a culture shock. Your own culture can be shocking as well if you live in another country for a long time. So if you ever experience culture shock in general, let us know in the comments down below. Please like the video so we can make more in the future. Ring the bell button so you get notified when we have a new video, and subscribe. Have a great rest of your day, guys, and see you guys on the next one. Bye bye. Maybe cut here, I don't know.
Hi.
Running. UK has something nice to edit. I know.